Hello, welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. As you can see, I'm back at my stove today, and I am going to share a recipe with you that I had a month ago, probably. Harold and I were invited to a surprise birthday party for one of his former football players. And they had the best food, and they had a soup bar there. Had different kinds of soups. But one of the ones that they had that I loved was shrimp soup. So I asked if his wife would give me the recipe, and she did. Now let me tell you what I have done so far. I took 1 stick of butter, and I used the salted, and I've already melted it. Now I did chop 1 onion and 1 bell pepper, and I'm just going to put it in here and saute it for just a little bit. I didn't know, if I was going to really like this, but it sounded so good, and it was the best. And I will give you a little secret. It's going to be in, the recipe is going to be in volume 3 that will be here next month. I have already submitted it. You can't order. We're not taking pre-orders. But anyway, this recipe is so easy. So I know it's one that you're going to like. Now, while this is sauteing, let me tell you something else that I did on this past Saturday. I was invited to share my story with a women's group at a church not too far from me, and they invited me over a year ago. Matter of fact, they invited me when I was really sick, and they just wanted me to share my story, and Saturday was the day. So the very first keynote speaker was a wonderful speaker, and I think she lives in Missouri, if I understand her right, if I understood her right. But she brought, it was just so encouraging about, we're going to have troubles, like I've told you, we're going to have troubles. And she said, it can wear us down unless we rest in Jesus. And the way we rest in Him, we can rest in Him by spending time and just listening. We can rest in Jesus from reading His Word. There's lots of different ways, but I followed her. It was hard to follow someone so powerful. But I just shared my story, and let me tell you what was the most wonderful thing about it. There was a lady there that came up to me at lunch, and she said, I live in Florida, and I found out this past week that I too have breast cancer. And I did not tell her the type, when I was giving my story, I didn't tell her the type of breast cancer that they had. But she said, what type did you have? I told her. She said, that's my diagnosis. Then she said she was going to have her report put in this week and start chemo, and I asked her if she knew the type of chemo. She told me the chemo, and it's what I had. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't think that was a coincidence. I think God knew a year ago that this lady, and her name is Sonia, so y'all just pray for Sonia this week. But I believe God knew then that she would need some encouragement. And I didn't paint a pretty picture. I told them that I was sick, but God was with me every step of the way. Okay, that has almost, I want to saute it until those peppers are tender. which shouldn't be too much longer. But let me tell you the other ingredients, and you're gonna just think, oh, is that all? When this is ready, you add 4 cans of cream of potato soup. And y'all are gonna ask me what size, and these are the 10.5 ounce cans. Then you're going to add 2 cans of the cream style corn. And this is the 14.7 ounce. 2 cans of that. You're going to add 2 cups of half and half. This is 16 ounces and that's 2 cups. So I didn't have to measure that. You're going to add some Creole seasoning, and she said she uses the Tony's. And I'll tell you how much, and then at the end we're going to put shrimp. But anyway, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to begin putting in my 2 cans of corn. Her recipe said she mixed the corn and potatoes and the seasoning and half together, and then poured it into the peppers and onions and butter. But you know me, I'm going to do a quick way. So now I'm going to put the 4 cans of the cream of potato soup. You can make this as spicy as you would like. Hers was a little spicy, but it wasn't too spicy. So I'm going to go by her recipe. And if you want to make it spicier, you just add more of the Tony's Creole seasoning. Okay, let me mix this just a little. Now, 2 cups of half and half, and 16 ounces is 2 cups. So, I should have let Harold open this before he went out. He's outside cutting grass. There, I got it. It's gonna make it rich. You know, half and half is half milk and half cream. Okay. Now, she said a tablespoon of the Tony's seasoning. So I'm going to go to, I'll have to do a smaller amount and double it because it wouldn't go in there. Alright. Now she told me if you want it spicier to just add more of that seasoning. Okay, and the very last thing that you're going to add, she said 2 bags of of the small frozen deveined shrimp. And let me tell you when I bought the shrimp, I bought 2 bags, but they did not have the small. And there were, it said 51 to 60 pieces, and these were big shrimp. So what I did, I cut them in half. So I thought, well, that would make 2 bags of the small. Now I do have another bag when I put this in here, if I think it needs more, but I really think it's going to be fine. Now I'm going to add my shrimp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this simmer just a little bit. And I'll be back. Okay, this is simmered. And I'm going to get a bowl right here. And I want to show you, this is the best soup. Now, if you want to, you could put grated cheese on top. I don't think it needs it for me, but you might want it. But this is so easy, and it's not hard to do. The shrimp is a little expensive, but for you to have a delicious soup that you're not going to make very often, this would really be good for when you are having company or whatever. But anyway, I just wanted you to see how easy this shrimp soup is. And I want to tell you, I was talking to you about going through storms and the speaker at the conference on Saturday. Their theme was rest in Jesus. And the scripture that was used throughout the day was Matthew 11:28, where Jesus said, "Come unto me, all ye who are burdened and weary, and I'll give you rest." Sometimes we've got so many, as my mama used to say, irons in the fire, until we're going to be so tired and we've got things that we think we have to worry about, that we have to help Jesus do. But you know what? He doesn't need our help. Give it to Jesus, rest, and He'll take care of you. Y'all, be salt and light wherever you go. Let others see Jesus. I'll be back soon.